Hey folks, welcome back. So I'm down to making the last one of these runes of self-sacrifice, and then we're going to make the attempt with the gold block here. And I just wanted to kind of walk you through the process I've been doing, and this took a while. So what happens is with our divination sigil, you can look, and right now we've got 740 life points in the altar. Each one of these runes of self-sacrifice makes it so each click with the sacrificial knife gives you a little more power. So if I do one click, you can see that we went from 740 to 1480. That's almost 740 points per click of the knife. That's fairly substantial. What we're looking to get here is for every 6,000 or every 3,000, I can make another one of the reinforced slate items. I've got the other half of one over in the crafting table there for our last rune, but it consumes 3,000 points. What I'm looking to do here is to fill up this altar with a full capacity of 10,000 life points after this rune is done and inserted, and then we can put in our gold block. And the idea being is we need to let that process run on the altar. The reason it didn't work on a smaller tier altar is literally that, for what I just said. To make these different runes, you need a certain tier of altar to actually accomplish it. So we'll put in our last rune, and I want to test how much we're actually getting here, if we can. So right now we're at 700, and one click of the knife gets us 1460. So we're up to 760 per click, and that's an entire tier 3 altar filled with runes of self-sacrifice. So that's going to make my refilling of the altar that much more efficient as we go forward. So right now we're at 8,300. Let's go ahead, and I brought up a bunch of potions here to kind of aid in this quest as we go. Just so we can monitor and get this done in a hurry. Let's try and top off the altar if we can. Right to 10,000 is my goal. So it looks like one more click, two more. It's a little inefficient, but I'm okay with that at this stage. Let's get topped off and refill our thing. The last piece we're probably going to need here, oops, is the gold block. And I will make it daylight before we start this. We're just letting my health top all the way off. That's fairly important. And we should be able to complete the next stage of You're a Wizard, Steve, or the next quest in line there. In fact, while we're waiting, let's run. Where did I leave the book? Is it in here? Or oh, it is. I do have the book here. So let's go ahead and sleep this night off, just so we don't have something spawn on us and whatnot inadvertently. Okay, so we're at 10,000. If we put the block in, we should see it start going. But the trick is we got to maintain that 10,000. So we got to watch that get consumed. When it gets down to about, well, I'll throw in a few hearts right there to kick us back up. And this is where our potion of regen will come in handy. It should take almost 3 full life bars to make this work. And the nice part is between the potion of regen and the instant health potions, it's making this very doable. In fact, let's go ahead while we got a split second and just get a couple more in our hotbar. So we're back down to 3,000. Let's kick it up again. And that's really the trick to this, but sadly, I didn't. There's our orb. Sadly, I did not actually catch on to that from the previous crafting quest. That's kind of a red herring with these blood runes. I made all of them and realized we don't need any of them. Let's take a look at the quest book here, and we should be able to complete this one. So we need a larger orb. We submit it, and we get our reward back. And we get a life. We're up to 11 again. And we got our next orb back. And now what does it want? Oh, and we got a Diamond horse armor with sharpness 5. Awesome. Truly. We'll put that downstairs in a minute. Let's see what's next. Useful sigils. We need an air sigil and a sigil of the Green Grove. Okay, so sigils can be used to grow crops faster, mine the world, not so useful here, and even fly amongst other things. Right-clicking will activate a sigil. Sigils are powered by life energy. When active, try not to kill yourself. In fact, consider alternate forms of life energy like mobs. A task where a player has to craft specific items. So, sigil of the Green Grove. Take what? The and an air sigil. What did that look like? That's feathers, a gas tier, and an apprentice blood orb. We should be able to do that one. So let me get my couple of different orbs here. Actually, where is my apprentice orb? Oh, it's in the crafting table. And we'll take the Enderium and glowstone back down for use later. So now we're into the actual crafting quest of that. I think we're done with the sacrificial knife. I could have probably left it up there, but we'll get there. So it took a whole lot of Enderium to make all of those ingots, and that ender farm / grinder I put together is played a significant role in being able to complete that. So we need a gas tier. Oh, feathers are down at the other end of the base, actually. But having a tier 3 altar that we can use to fill things is nice. Those altars go all the way up to tier 5, but I think I just about had enough with the getting up to the tier 3 level. That was kind of a rough... oh, we need a reinforced slate. I guess we are sacrificing one more time around. Let's go ahead and load her up. Oh, actually, how much is in there? We're probably good to go. We just gotta watch to pull that out when we're ready. And in fact, I'll probably get a second tier 3 going, because what do we need on this guy? Another reinforced, so I'll have the next one ready to go. But it looks like we got a lot of plastic crafting to go. And then, as soon as we craft this guy up, we'll leave that one to go. It should have at least 3,000 in there. 4,000 odd. Beautiful. What's going on here? Like that, like that, like that, and like that. What is going on? There's an Enderman going haywire over here. Or something. Air sigil. What am I doing wrong? Well, folks, I'll be right back. Let me go check the wiki. Okay, folks, I'm back from staring at the wiki, and all I've got to say is derp. When I looked at the end of the last video, I believe I was using the divisionation sigil instead of the reinforced slate. Things look too similar, but we got our air sigil. That seems to have done the trick. And we might as well go ahead. Oh, and we didn't even need to submit that. Let's test this out. I have a feeling this will kill me, but... Whoa. What is... Oh, it's fast running? Negative. Get that right out of my hotbar. Do not need to be running very quickly. In here. Because that's how you go off the edge of a skyblock. So now, for the other one we needed... There's some really cool sigils, by the way. There's ones to make water and lava and all of that. We can put all of that to use. if you happen to get into the whole blood magic thing. So we need a sigil of the green grove. And this one I could see being useful when we need a plant, but it means we need 2 planters. Wait, first 2 harvesters and 2 wow. Okay, let's start with 2 planters. Let me clear out my crafting grid here, because we'll just put all of this to use as we go. So I got more pulverized shiny tin and all of that. Put this stuff away for later. And first up is planter. So we're going to need 2 clay pots. You'll notice I busted out the regular cobblestone furnaces again. I needed so much stone made up for making all those slates. It's kind of incredible. Let's go sleep the night off while those are cooking. We'll have to double check our plastic situation here in just a moment. Come on. Should be able to go to bed at like 7:30 in the game. Sleep and just make it daytime whenever you want. That's a little more realistic, it seems like. So we're gonna need some. I'll take all the plastic out. Our diamond horse armor can go into the chest of odd things. Okay, so we got the clay, plastic. What else do we need for a planter? Pistons. We're gonna need 4 pistons. So some iron, some redstone, cobble, and wood. So there's our cobble. Then we had redstone, wood. Let's just make up a bunch of these. Oops. So now for our planters, we got 1, 2, 1, 2. We got our clay pots coming. Where does the plastic go? So then it's like 1, 2, 1, 2. Make our clay pots. Yep. A lot of these recipes are kind of awesome, kind of silly at the same time. We're going to need some more copper. You can see the blocks of ore we've got are starting to get over the top. Pretty soon I'm going to have to push this into a barrel type of system or applied energistics. Let's see. So we need 2 of those. And like so. Oh, and the last thing we're going to need is a machine frame here. Let me get that other iron. And we got gold. We need some glass. Wonder if I got any machine frames made up. Maybe not. Let's make a handful more because we're going to need them. Oops. That sounds like a good number. Constantly making stuff. So there's our 2 planters. So now for the sigil, we're using our topmost crafting table here. The planters go top left and top right. And now we need, fertilizer. Let's go with the fertilizers first. 2 fertilizers and 3 harvesters. Fertilizer. That could be a problem. I don't think we have more cows. I think I got 1. I've been waiting ages for cows to pop and not so much luck. Okay, let's get rid of the kitties. Yeah, we're waiting on a cow. Don't have a cow, man. How's my chicken egg farm doing? Yeah, they're grown up. They must be producing chickens. Ever so slowly. Or eggs. No, we truly need a cow. Let's go get some dirt. Patch the holes back there. I don't know why it's taking exactly that long, but it is. Oh, how are we doing on... This is the other stuff we gotta constantly watch to make sure we're smelting material as fast as possible. Keep throwing it in an ore at a time. I've got plenty of the alloys at this stage of the game. It's the base iron and gold that I seem to be going through the most. Did I see another cat go running? And let's patch it up. I mean, this is the nonsense that the Endermen keep doing to me, and it's kind of actually annoying. I have no idea why it refuses to spawn more cows unless there's just an entity limit right there. So many chunks, I'm not sure. Suppose I could also unchunk load it. I did harvest our Ender Lily stuff once over during the process of making all those slates. Let me go get that one while I'm thinking of it. We'll leave our sacrificial knife there. Oh look, here's my helmet. I started taking everything off because there was just a chance that I could die with the whole process of sacrificing my health. And I didn't want stuff to splatter more than was absolutely necessary. And let's face it, when you die, it doesn't drop straight down. It drops in a 16 block radius, it feels like. Let's see, can I make a cow egg? Yeah, I need... So, if you don't have leather, that's kind of a silly recipe. I need... You know, I had all those cows early on. Think we got any left? Negative? Oh, there's an ender pearl for later. Put that on the side. Agrarian should be there. And I think we're waiting. What's nice though is I am stockpiling on things. I had to upgrade our flint repository earlier because it was maxed out. So let's go ahead and do the platinum next if we can. The iron should just about all be processed. Oops. Kind of knocking out the biggest chunks of stuff first. And then lead'll be next. That's a whole row. And we're waiting. Alright, so we were... Well, let's, you know, while we're waiting on the cows, let's take a look at the harvesters. So we're gonna need 3 sets of these. I think it comes to 6 total then. Which means I need 2 axes. Some sticks. Like so. I hope that was all iron and not invar. Yeah, it totally was. Let's just go ahead and melt these 2 axes straight away back down. and get me some Invar. It's funny, you gotta really look at the recipes in this because I derp a lot thinking in terms of the classic recipes for things. Okay, so there's the next one. We're gonna need 3 machine frames for this. And probably 3 plastic apiece. And let's take one back out. What are we missing? 3 gold apiece. And we're gonna need 3 of these guys. And that should start making our stuff, and then we just gotta keep putting the tools up top here. Oh, I probably needed one more for a hatchet, huh? Let's go get that made up quickly. Come on. Stop it too. And it just put it into my inventory. Okay. Well, let's make up the last hatchet. And the last harvester. Oops. And that should go like so. We got that reinforced slate that we grabbed. And what was this sigil called? Sigil of the Green Grove. So we're going to need our apprentice orb. And the fertilizers are what's holding us back. If I find one more cow, we can move it and start breeding them. That'll help tremendously. With that said, let's see if we can't find our... Maybe it's over here. This thing to grab the cow when we get it. Sleep off tonight and we'll see what we can do. I'm kind of stuck waiting for that cow to breed. I had a bunch early on, but none of them ever popped or something. I don't know what it takes. See, like right now we have no animals. Well, folks, I will be back when we have another cow. Folks, I'm back. So, I waited a good 30 or 40 minutes for cows to spawn. We've had 0 luck. And then it dawned on me, I have a monster spawner here. Why don't we spawn some cows for ourselves? And then hopefully I can capture them and lead them over to where I'm at. As long as there's like half a dozen of us. So right now I've shut off the grinder. Let me go. Let's go turn this off right now because I'm stuck again. Dude. I can't get out of my own thing. Ha! We might actually have to turn on the grinder for a brief second here. Grinder? Start getting rid of some, please. I'm stuck. Thank you. You guys stay put. Actually, I don't care if a few of you escape. I want one of you to come out, to be fair. Come on. That's right, run away. Perfect. Let me back in there to get the original cow. And just trying to run up this stuff to be able to access the machine is incredible in terms of difficulty. Okay, so now there's at least 2 cows running around our base that I can spawn in to get more leather. Or, you know, look at that! The Endermen even are stealing the dirt blocks from my 1x farm. I've really got to figure out how to curtail that. Once we go down the Thaumcraft route, I think I'm going to have Guardian Golems everywhere. Just to blast Endermen. Because I could really lose an entire farm in short order this way. Otherwise. Are there any more blocks missing in here? This is kind of dangerous in the sheep pen, but... what are you going to do? Same goes for this pen. We can't be losing animals. Okay, let's go ahead and put our cow back down. Let's grab one of the other ones. Don't jump. Come back from that edge. Don't do it. We need you to breed more. That way I have cheaper access to leather anyway. Let's go make it daytime and I'll go see if I can't hunt down that third cow. Wherever he... oh, there he is. Let's get him while we can see him. There we go. Make it daytime, we'll get some wheat, we'll feed some cows, and get a bunch of leather. See how much we're going to need for the fertilizers again here. Actually, we might have a bunch of leather already in our... grinder setup. I didn't even think to look. But... there we go, plenty of wheat. Feed them up. And we'll have 4 cows into here then. And you guys enjoy. Make the baby. Let's go check on the leather situation. Oh, plenty. Beautiful. Lots of beef to eat. We might try munching on some steak for a while. I haven't done that. Wonder if we can make a steak sandwich. Let's see. You got room to cook. Do it to it. Actually, save me about half of that so we can go Thaumcraft scaling here in a bit. So now we're going to need 2 of these guys, and I'll put the other leather on the side. What else do we need? 2 machine frames. And some silver and 2 of those guys. Oops. Okay, so I'm crafting that at the bottom level. That's fine. Let's get 4 pieces of silver. Yep, perfect. Perfect. Like so, and like so. What's at the top? Plastics. 1, 2, 1, 2. And we need some glass jars. I'll need a bit more glass on me for that. Oddly enough, I think we get 3. And there's our fertilizers. And our apprentice thing is in. And we're good to go. Let's submit the quest. So, while I was offline, I don't know if I captured it in the last segment. But I did. I'm starting to put all the blood magic stuff up top and near the altar in that chest. Alright, we did it. And Blood and Tide. Blood magic rituals can be used to summon resources and create powerful tools, weapons, and armor. Create a ritual diviner. This tool can be used to auto-place the components for various rituals. Construct the ritual binding, activate it, and throw a diamond sword, and then run like hell, according to the creator. Further information and safety tips can be found by reading the Blood Magic forums. Ritual of the Full Spring. So what do I need? Elemental. Alright, well, folks, this may actually be a fairly short episode. I'm gonna, in terms of blood magic, I'm gonna have to go and read in how to do that. And actually, yes, we'll wrap it up right there because I think this is a good run through 2 days worth of blood magic, and then we'll get into something else and it'll give me time to research that. In the meantime, let's put our blood magic stuff back up here. We can check our reward bag in just a moment. Let's see, we don't need the seeds or the wheat. Not bad. Goodbye. And goodbye. And the cobble can go away. Goodbye. So long. Farewell. And let's put this stuff back down below. So that way we can open up our reward bag and see what we get. Oh great, more fish that I don't know what to do with. Well, we're going to have one heck of a fish tank when it comes time. I think it's kind of funny how much of this stuff that we get in reward bags I haven't used yet. Oh, let's see. So fish we could probably put into... Oh, they don't stack even? Really? Okay, it's time for a fish chest. Then, give me a chest. I need 2 more pieces of iron. And let's make it up. Store it up. Like so. And here we go. Put all the fish stuff into there. That way when we need it, we can find it. I don't know if there's a method to the organization, but we got some enderfish. Fertility extremely low. Fish.data.work. Huh. Okay. Well, anyway. And we'll put our safari net away, clean up the inventory. And folks, I am going to wrap the episode up there. Thank you for watching, and if there's something else other than Thaumcraft you'd like to see me go after next, leave a comment, let me know. And we'll probably start on it next week.